Hey everyone, welcome. Sometimes the most important language isn't spoken with words. Today, we're going to dive into something really fascinating, the world of Japanese gift giving. And trust me, this is the perfect topic for your next language exchange, so let's get you fluent. Seriously, if you've ever spent any time in Japan, you know what I'm talking about. It feels like gift giving never stops. It's not just for special occasions. We're talking work trips, visiting a friend's house, seasonal greetings. It's this constant, year-round rhythm that's just part of life there. But here's the thing. It's about so much more than just being generous. Every single one of those beautifully wrapped boxes, it's like a piece of a really complex social puzzle. So that's what we're going to figure out today. What are all the unspoken rules? What does it all really mean? Okay, so to really get it, let's compare for a second. In many Western cultures, we usually give gifts for personal stuff, right? Birthdays, Christmas, that kind of thing. But in Japan, the focus is way, way broader. It's all about maintaining relationships, about keeping social harmony. The gifts themselves aren't just things. They're basically the social glue that keeps everything running smoothly. And that idea of social glue brings us perfectly to our first big concept. This is one you absolutely have to know. It's called omiyage. Now, you might look at it and think, oh, that's just a souvenir. But believe me, it is so much more than that. And this is where it gets really interesting, the difference between the two. A souvenir, right? That's something you buy for yourself. It's a personal thing, a memory for me. But an omiyage, that's a gift for us. It's this obligatory gift you bring back for your whole group, especially your coworkers. It's not some random thing you pick up. It's a genuine social duty. And this whole social duty thing, it explains so much. It's the reason why when you go to any tourist spot in Japan, you see these giant boxes of individually wrapped cookies or snacks. They're literally designed to be passed out easily to everyone back at the office. It all clicks into place. So when you give an omiyage, you're not just giving a snack. You're having a whole unspoken conversation. You're saying, hey, thanks for covering for me while I was gone, and also my apologies for being away. It's this brilliant little ritual that just smooths everything over and keeps that group harmony, which, by the way, has a name, wa. But okay, it's not just about what's inside the box. It's also about the box itself. In Japan, how you give a gift, the presentation, is just as critical as the gift itself. Seriously, the wrapping is a total art form, and it's packed with meaning. I mean, the level of detail is incredible. That careful, perfect wrapping, whether it's with gorgeous paper, or a traditional cloth called furoshiki, or these little formal ornaments called noshi, it's sending a message all on its own. It's basically saying, I respect you so much that I've taken this time and care to make this perfect for you. It's hospitality and respect, all tied up with a bow. All right, so you've given this perfectly wrapped gift. Job done, right? Nope, not even close. We are now heading into maybe the most complex, most fascinating part of all of this, the powerful, unspoken rule that you have to return the favor. And the force that drives this whole cycle, it has a name, and it's called Giri. Think of Giri as this deep, powerful sense of social duty. It's a feeling of obligation. The moment someone gives you a gift, you feel it. This cultural pressure kicks in, telling you, okay, now it's your turn. And it creates this incredible cycle. You can see it right here. First, you get a gift. Then you feel that giri, that obligation. So you give a return gift, that's called an okayeshi, and then the whole thing starts over. It's this continuous loop that just keeps relationships strong and connected. And get this isn't just a vague feeling. Sometimes it is incredibly precise. For really big deals like a wedding gift, there's a strict rule called hangayashi. It literally means half return. The rule is that your return gift has to be worth about half the value of what you got. And not doing it? That's a huge social mistake. You just don't do it. Okay, now we get to what might be my absolute favorite part of this whole thing. There's this phrase people use when they give gifts in Japan, and to an outsider, it sounds really weird, but it just perfectly captures this deep cultural value of humility. Here it is. As someone is handing you a gift, they might say something like, "Tsumaranai mono desu ka?" And what that literally means is, this is a boring thing, but. And I know exactly what you're thinking. Wait, what? Why would you call your own gift boring? It sounds like you're basically saying, here, I got you this piece of junk. But that is absolutely not what's going on. In fact, the reality is the total opposite. That phrase has nothing to do with the gift. It has everything to do with the person receiving it. It's actually one of the deepest ways to show respect. See, what you're really implying is you are such a wonderful, incredible person that any simple gift I could possibly give you would seem boring in comparison. You're lowering the status of the gift to elevate the status of the person. It's such a brilliant, elegant piece of communication, isn't it? All right, so now you've got the decoder ring for Japanese gift giving. So what do you do with it? Well, let's turn all this cool cultural knowledge into some killer conversation starters for your next language exchange. First up, you can totally ask about omiyage culture. Just say, hey, in your country, is it a thing to bring gifts back for your coworkers after a vacation? It's such a great way to start talking about different office cultures. Next, you can dig into that whole pressure to give a gift back. You could ask, when someone gives you a gift, do you feel like you have to give one in return? Are gifts in their culture totally unconditional? Or is there that unspoken expectation of an okeshi? And for the last one, you can talk about the language people use. Ask them, what do people say when they give a gift? Is it super confident, like, you are going to love this? Or is it more humble, kind of like that Japanese phrase we just talked about? Because at the end of the day, that's the key takeaway here. Gifts aren't just things. They're a whole language that people use to build and strengthen relationships. And when you start to understand these little cultural details, you're not just learning about gifts, you're learning how to communicate better. So take these ideas with you, stay curious, and keep that conversation going.